You don't know what BDSM is?
I'm consenting to being hit. Ooh, that one kind of... Go ahead, give it one more. Guys, I just want to let you know I'm close.
Okay. If you're masochistic, it means you are into pain, receiving pain. Sadism means that you're into giving pain.
Chris, if you had to pick, are you more, you want to give pain or you want to receive pain?
I think I'm more of a receiver of pain. You know what this is great about this episode is I'm finally going to be able to get my parents to stop watching my podcast. This is the episode that they'll turn it off for good. Welcome to TMD.
Teach me, Daddy.
Teach me, Daddy. I was on my way over here and I overheard this mom talking about BDSM. And I was like, what the hell is BDSM?
You don't know what BDSM is?
No. Teach me, Daddy. Whoa, and look at this. We have BDSM expert, Leandra Petrov, back with us for another episode to teach us about BDSM. What a coinky dink. I'm walking over here today, and this mom is just yelling at everybody, talking about BDSM. And now you're here with leather whips and straps, and I am a fan of Roman mythology, so what's going on?
So, yes.
What does it stand for?
Yes, so BDSM stands for...
Should we guess?
Yeah, you want to guess?
Body domination, sexual masochism.
Okay. Is that wrong?
One of them is right.
Body is wrong.
Yes.
But domination, sexual masochism is right.
Masochism is right.
Oh.
Masochism's right. So is bodies right or wrong?
Wrong. The rest is all wrong.
Sodomy.
Behavior.
Okay, masochism's right.
Yeah.
Domination is wrong.
Right.
Sex has to be in there.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Sodomy.
Nope.
Now this is just Catholic Church.
Yeah. Sorry. Father, Bill. Body.
What
Just
is
give me the
it?
first. What's the first word?
First one?
Bondage.
Bondage. Domination.
Discipline.
Bondage, discipline,
Discipline.
sex, masochism,
Sadism.
sadism. Suck it.
Yeah. So a lot of people do think the D is dominance, but it's actually discipline.
Discipline. Okay. Bondage, discipline, sadism, masochism. I like that. Oh, discipline is good. It's like being in the army.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah. I'm doing this for my country.
I don't know what I've been told.
Bondage, discipline.
In the hole.
In the hole. Yeah.
So it's really sort of an umbrella term. Mm-hmm. And then...
It's an umbrella policy like Geico.
Yeah. All encompassing.
Yes.
And then what each individual person is into varies quite drastically.
Got it.
Yeah. So I actually didn't bring any bondage stuff today because I figured we wouldn't have time for it.
Venetia is unzipping her bag.
Yeah, Venetia is like, look, I went to Home Goods. I have some things here to share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're kind of focusing today on the discipline and sadism portion.
Now, sadism is like Sadie, married lady. Sadism is like what? Like the desire to be hurt?
So that's masochism.
Okay.
So if you're masochistic, it means you are into pain, receiving pain.
Oh, it was close.
Sadism means that you're into giving pain.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, if you had to pick, are you more, you want to give pain or you want to receive pain?
I think I'm more of a receiver of pain only because I really, really don't want to hurt anybody, especially their feelings. So I worry about hurting someone. I'm always trying to make sure everyone's okay. So I would say I would like to be more of the receiver of pain, even though I really don't want to receive the pain, but it would make me feel way worse to be giving the pain.
Well, what is it about someone who wants to receive pain and get sexual pleasure out of it? Like, what's the psychology behind that?
Yeah. So a lot of it can be, so there are kind of two ways that we sort of like work through trauma through BDSM. And one is resolution, meaning let's say you had like a traumatic experience as a child.
I saw Cats on Broadway.
Yeah, it sounds...
So now,
I mean, that's
horrible.
I can only come if someone is dressed like a cat with Hep C singing Memory on top of me.
So that would actually be an example of repetition with agency. So that's
Got it.
So repetition
Like the
with
schoolgirl
agency.
outfit kind of thing.
So the resolution. So let's say you saw Cats on Broadway and it was super traumatic.
Yes.
So now you want the opposite experience in sex.
So it's like reclaiming my fear.
Yeah. So like let's
Yeah,
say
Matteo
like,
can only come if the guy looks like Judi Dench.
Not you going to Cats the movie.
Yes, that's all I know.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Gus, the theater cat.
yeah.
And you hear behind my door, Gus is the cat at the theater. Oh, like
Side note, you're such a good singer.
thank you. That's what this is really about.
Yes.
It really is amazing.
Yes. Like let's say like someone is like sexually abused as a child. They want the opposite experience sometimes, where they want to be like super cared for and like like everything's like really gentle and like you feel really safe and like all of that. But there's also repetition with agency, where someone with the same experience could fantasize and find erotic sort of like scenes where they are being abused. So they're neither is like better or worse, but they're both ways that we can work through trauma through BDSM and or just like through sex and the type of sex that we like to have.
And is if BDSM considered like a fetish, and like what is the fetish category? You know what I mean? Because fetish, I feel like in the 1980s, if you were gay, it was like a jock strap, and now fetish is you are a dog.
Right.
So actually, this is a great point. So fetish is a word that is often used incorrectly.
Right.
So fetish is actually something that means that you require it in order to get turned on and to come. So some people might have like a stuffed animal that's like their fetish, and they cannot.
Mine is a
get
401k. I need someone holding a 401k
Right.
above me and letting me know that they have health insurance, and then I just release.
And if that is literally required for you to get aroused and to come, then that's a fetish.
Yeah, and I should be living in the financial district.
Yeah.
Totally.
Mine is just
Absolutely.
being Puerto Rican, man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Just be Puerto Rican, I'm in.
But then fantasy is actually the proper term. So a lot of people will like come to me and be like, "Hey, I have a foot fetish," and I'm like, "Oh, well, are you having sex without like your feet, like without sort of satisfying this like quote fetish?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I totally come, like no problem." And it's like, okay, well then that's actually a fantasy, or just like something that you're into, but it's not a requirement to get off. So that's kind of the
Understood.
difference between fetish.
So then
and
I don't really
fantasy.
have a fetish because I
A
don't
lot of
need.
people
I don't
don't.
require
It's not very
anything.
common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I thought maybe I did, but I guess I don't because I can. It just depends. I can come once a month.
I guess I like verbal, but that's not really a fetish. That's just like being communicated to, right?
What do you mean verbal?
Like I don't like silent sex. I don't like sex where it just all
Like
I
a
hear
Charlie
is like
Chaplin
the
movie?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like I just and it
Like
even
dirty
has like
talk.
interstitials of like, and then he came, you know. But no, but I as someone to like kind of like I like talking. I think that's hot.
Like dirty talk, right?
Yeah, dirty
Yeah,
talk.
I love
sure.
that
Do you
too.
like to be
Even
like
any kind of
negative talk?
talking.
Like, do you like any kind of talking? Like, some people like it when
Well,
it's
I don't
like,
want someone being like, "Hey, at 5, I have to go see my mother." You know, like I mean, just something related to what's happening. But even if you're like just telling me what you're doing, like that seems to be something that men love to do. Is like, yeah, take it. You know, like fine, but just any kind of communication. So it's not just silence, and then I hear.
Yeah.
Well, because I one time had sex with a very, very powerful, like well-known person, and she was like in bed, she wanted to be treated the exact opposite of how she's treated in real life. Like she would actually put her hair up in like pigtails, and like she wanted this thing.
She wanted to be Pippi Longstocking.
It was weird. She wanted to become like not
Like
a
a little
child,
girl?
but exactly.
That's
like,
totally that falls under the BDSM.
and she told
umbrella.
me it's because nobody says no to me in real life.
Yeah.
And so I want to be told how stupid I am and how wrong
So
I
you had
am.
sex with Anna Wintour.
Yes. Yes. So that that was like my one and only encounter with someone where I was like, I wonder if this is like a fetish, because it was like she would almost become like a different, I don't want to say different person, but we would be like getting to like that place of sex, and then she'd be like, wait, hold on, and then have to kind of transform. Like put her hair up and do this stuff.
So yeah, if it's like a requirement, then
that
it
was
would
a
be
fetish,
considered
though.
a fetish.
Interesting.
But otherwise, it would just be like role play, something kinky, like
Right.
you know, a dynamic that someone
Right.
fantasizes about.
Role play is something that I would love to get involved with, but the problem is that it's like I don't know if it's being a comedian, but like I can't take it seriously. Like the talk of it can be hot, but the second it's actually happening, I'm like, this is embarrassing for everybody involved. And I'm kind of am jealous and admire people that can role play like you're the coach. You know what I mean? And go along with it. I don't know. I've lost you know what it is? Hanging out with Keith Robinson has beaten any kind of imagination I've ever had out of me.
Shout out Keith Robinson. I know he's a comic. He'll always just be in the background of that, being like, "You stink, Matteo."
You stink. Comics, there's no delusion allowed. You sit at the comics table, any kind of anything. You wear a new shirt that you think is great, you will be ripped apart. So I think it's bled into every aspect of my life.
I can't do it. Same with me. I can't do role play at home with my girl because I start laughing or I start thinking like I'll say something or she'll say something that's funny. I'll be like, I have to write that down. That could be a bit. That could be in the next special.
Years ago, they had this thing called International Mr. Leather. Something. It's I forget. They have it in Chicago every year. So a lot of queer people and gay people always go to it. It's always at like the Hyatt, and you see like a family of 6 like walking through. And then, so I was like 22, I think, and I went with my friends. And also too, like you're new to being gay, so a lot of that world
That's another funny shirt. New to being gay.
New to being gay.
That's merch.
I should be handing it out right and left. But I remember going there, and there was the first time I saw puppy play. So people were dressed as dogs or dog-esque, and they're puppy play, and they're doing all this stuff. And a part of me thought, like, I get it, like the fantasy. There's something hot about the submissiveness I got. But isn't there a part of them? They're on all fours. They have a bone in their mouth. Is there any part of the back of their mind they're thinking, okay, tomorrow I have to remember to pick up those books for the like? Is there any part of their mind that's still here? Because I feel like I'm too present to go there.
Yeah. I would like to think no, because hopefully they would be in what we call subspace, which is sort of like a meditative state that a submissive can get into during a scene.
Not to be confused with Squarespace, who is a sponsor.
Yes. So if it's a good scene and they're really like connected and in it, then I would like to think that they're not thinking about their to-do list, but I don't really know for certain.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Everybody's kind of like on a spectrum.
Yeah.
Interesting. So when we get to when do the leather and whips come in? When do I get treated like I'm in the movie 300?
Yeah. So if you consent, I can just show you a little brief impact play, like intro impact play.
Please,
Sure.
and you two do it, and I will sort of commentate.
Right.
I'll be like a commentator on ESPN who just sort of commentates.
There it is. Oh, I love ESPN. See, you do know sports.
Awesome. So
so what am I doing? I want to tell you about my new favorite sunglass company, Nevin Eyewear. Love it. Lucky number Nevin. These sunglasses are a steal. Crisp lenses, a ton of styles at fantastic prices. Check out Nevin Eyewear. If you're like me, you've bought real expensive sunglasses and lost or broken them. I've made videos about how I lost my glasses. That's why you don't see them anymore, because I broke them. They've got a ton of styles to browse, such as Abyss, Liquid Gold, and more. Buy one, get any 2 free, baby. Buy one, get any 2 free. No prescription, okay? Free shipping worldwide, anywhere in the world. You can ship these puppies to North Korea. Free exchanges and returns. They can offer 35% off site-wide, prescription included with code DADDY. That's DADDY. So right now, of course, for being fans of this beautiful podcast, you're going to get a discount. All you got to do is go to Nevin Eyewear. That's NEVEN eyewear.com/discount/daddy. That's Nevin Eyewear that's nevineyewear.com/discount/daddy. You will try a pair of regular sunglasses, get the hookup with the 35% off any regular one pair with that code DADDY, or you can even stock up and get their buy one, get any 2 free deal. That's the good one. These discounts are not available on prescriptions though, bubs, okay? So nevineyewear.com/discount/daddy for quality shades at great prices.
This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew, and if you want to be as hard as summer day is long, then get yourself a Blue Chew and bring the summer heat. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but at a fraction of the cost and a chewable form. The process is simple. Just sign up at bluechew.com, as Chris has, and consult with one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
Yes.
Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and are prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visit.
There's his prescription now. Boner.
Sorry. Okay. The best part, it's all done online, and that means no visit to the doctor's office and no awkward conversations and waiting in line at pharmacies. You can take any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead and be ready whenever the opportunity arises. My buddy gets Blue Chew and gets it sent to the house, and when he hears the postman come, he gets so excited because he hears that this package has arrived. Mm-hmm. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at bluechew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code TEACHME at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code TEACHME, to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
First of all, you're consenting to this.
Thank
yes?
you.
So safe words are green, yellow, and red.
My safe word is Susan Boyle.
Okay. Green, yellow, and red.
Okay, so first of all, we need to confirm that you are consenting to being hit right now.
I'm consenting to being hit.
Okay.
Go to ChristyComedy.com for more dates.
You can see me on tour, MatteoLaneComedy.com.
Really pick it up, Ohio.
IntimacyWithLeandra.com. Okay. All right, so safe words real quick. So
My safe word is Susan Boyle.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent.
And my safe word is I just came.
So for the purposes of this, we're going to use safe words that actually make sense.
Okay.
So green, yellow, and red is what we're going to use.
Got it.
Green meaning safe?
Green meaning like if we're checking in, being like, how are you doing? And you're good, you want more, just say green. Yellow and red you want to use if it's like too intense and you want us. So yellow would be to like pause and check in, ease up on something. And then red would be like stop immediately, like the scene
Got
is
it.
over, let's talk.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to go through like really basic like intro impact play. And
Okay.
we're going to go from like least intense to most intense.
Okay. Impact play.
Yeah, and definitely like this is just a short demonstration, but when you are actually doing this, you want to make sure that you're sort of easing someone in, starting softly and like working up to like more intense impact. And checking in with them, if it's the first time you're playing with someone, like you may spank them and then be like, okay, what number is that on a scale of 1 to 10? So you get an idea of what
Thank
their
you.
pain tolerance is. And then also what number they want to be at.
Chris just said.
Thank you.
That's actually, he's such a good sub already. You can even say, thank you, sir. It's really hot.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
In my case, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm the only person
Or
that wants
mistress.
to be called ma'am.
Or mistress. I like mistress, personally.
Mistress?
Thank you, mistress.
Yes, thank you,
I would think
mistress.
Storm, mistress of the elements.
So we're going to start with spanking, because
Okay.
it's sort of the easiest, the
I need a
lightest
paddle?
one.
Okay.
Just with your hand, we're going to start
Okay.
with.
Should I take off my diaper or leave it on?
That's your call.
I'm wearing an adult diaper.
Do you
that
consent to me spanking you?
Yes, I consent.
And make sure you're only going for the butt. So
Okay.
you don't want
Got
to be
it.
hitting like a low back or anything like
Well,
that.
that might feel
'cause
good.
You
Right.
don't want to be hitting someone's kidneys.
Guys, I just want to
all
let you know I'm close.
Okay.
There's pre-cum. You know what this is great about this episode is I'm finally going to be able to get my parents to stop watching my podcast. This is the episode that they'll turn it off for good. So I really appreciate you saved my life.
Awesome.
This is the episode where every gay is like tuning in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's two types of spanks with your hand. So some people like more stingy impact, and some people like more thuddy impact. You'll learn as you go what you like. But stingy is more of like an open hand like this, and you just spank the booty. Yeah.
Okay.
So that so it's
Yes,
good.
thank
You're
you.
starting light, and then if you wanted to do thuddy, you would sort
Okay.
of cup your hand a little bit like this,
Okay.
and then you would do it, and it's
Okay.
going to be a
Ooh, that one's better.
I felt that in my pec. I did chest today.
Yes, I like. You know why I like that better? You know why that makes me feel safer, honestly? Because it feels like, even though I know like this is like homoerotic, it feels like I just got hit by a pitch in baseball with the thud. So it's making me feel like safer because I'm like, oh, it's whatever. It's not gay. I just got hit by a pitch.
Yeah,
I'm a guy.
Awesome. So yeah, you might be more of a thuddy kind of guy.
I'm a thuddy guy.
Which
Yeah.
is cool. So, do you guys want to do more spanking, or you feel good about that?
Well, you tell me. What do you want, Chris?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
well,
move on to the next thing.
Well, move on just because I think it's just because I would say I would like to, keep going, enjoying it. I'm consenting. I do like the thud, but for time, I think we move on.
Yeah, let's
so
move
there's
on.
the thud because it's really would just be more thudding, right?
Yeah. So,
Like, is there different types of spanks?
So there's the stingy and there's the thuddy.
I like the thuddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Next.
So maybe move on. So so the next
Okay.
one on the
my
pain,
my new name is Paul Thud.
the next
Ant-Man.
tool on the pain scale will be the flogger.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
So this is made of leather.
Looks like a really skinny Scottishman,
Right. Yes.
and
or
this-
like a vampire pom pom.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get flogged, which actually was a form. I think it was a form of punishment in the ancient world.
it's a form of punishment now.
Oh, good.
Can I say that I am so Italian that when I look at this, I think about dusting?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about my nonna's house.
Yeah.
So a couple things with flogging that you want to make sure that you are the correct distance away from your sub and that's a
But
pretty
you can
short,
also use it as a wig,
Yes.
just in case.
Love it.
It's a nice shake and go wig.
Hello. Yeah.
Drag race.
Yeah. So that's a pretty short flogger, but they do make much longer ones, and you want to make sure that when you are spanking with a flogger, that it's not wrapping around to the front of the body.
Okay.
Got it.
So you want to make sure you're far enough away so that you're hitting the butt, but you're not wrapping around. Because
You don't want to get hit in the dick with the flog.
the dick, but even just like your hip, like the front, it
Yeah.
hurts.
It
Should have
hurts.
worn a cup.
It's not because
I
there's
know.
not enough like cushion there. Like the butt has enough
Yeah.
cushion, So you want to make sure that you're a good distance. So yeah, just give
Okay.
it a try.
Ready,
And
Chris?
All right, let's do
You
it.
also want to go lower than you think because you want to hit the butt. You don't want to hit the lower
Should
back.
I just for I'm just gonna cut my balls.
I was just
Just
gonna
in
say
case.
that. Chris, I literally was gonna say grab your balls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
I
be a
just
good idea since
see
you have a first
this is why we're a
timer
good
here.
team. I just want to hold the balls just because I do have a little bit of abnormally long hanging balls, so I don't want them to get clipped.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a little bit.
Yeah, start
Like
small.
Like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Thoughts? It looks like you're in a car wash, to be honest with you.
It does.
It does.
You know what I mean? Where like it's slowly.
Yeah,
across.
yeah. So far, yeah, I like this.
Let's try the next one. The next step.
Yeah. So the next one would be where did it go?
Oh, it's on the floor.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there you go, paddle. Hey, pickleball's big right now.
This is pretty straightforward. You just kind of.
And is it all now? Let me ask you a question. Is it always on the ass?
Most of the time, you're going to want the majority to be on the ass because it's the most cushion. You can do a little bit on sort of like the backs of the thighs, but you don't want to hit anything that's bony.
Got it.
Yeah, and so with a paddle or like with a crop, you can do a little bit of like, just sort of like teasing on
Yeah.
someone, but you don't want to like hit hard on something that's not cushiony.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know movies, right?
Yeah.
Who's this? Oh, that bony little bitch, Melissa Robinson.
I know The Craft. I have no idea.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh my god. That was such a wild movie. The 90s was
Nuts.
wild.
I mean, he gets a blowjob in the first 10 minutes. Yeah,
He
okay.
was also birthed out of a rhino in the second one.
Amazing. So I'm still cupping my balls, and this is the same thing as. So in other words, the thud, the flog, the paddle, it's all kind of the same thing, just upping the degrees of intensity of it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like Taco Bell.
And
It's
then
all the same
obviously you
ingredients
also-
switched around.
Right.
And then obviously you also up the intensity with the force that you're using.
Got it.
as you go.
Now, is this all foreplay, or is this? Can he give me one whack where I come and that's it? It depends.
Depends what you're into.
Some people, right?
For me, for a lot of people, it's foreplay. It's sort of like working up to, but sometimes it's not even. It doesn't even have to be sexual. Sometimes
Got
people
it.
just like play with impact and do a scene, but they don't even have sex.
Interesting. All right. I feel like I need an apple in my mouth. All right, go ahead.
Ready?
Ooh. All right. This one burns a little bit more. Go. You could.
I can
fuck
go
it.
harder. I
Light
don't
it
wanna
up.
hurt you.
Just a little bit.
All right.
No, that's fine. I got a big fat ass. Okay.
Should I go harder?
I appreciate it. Yeah, just give one more and then that's it.
Can you imagine like
Oh, okay. Yeah. That one. Yeah, that one was that one actually hit it so hard I actually felt my balls jiggle.
Can you imagine being in sex and when someone does something like that, you literally looked at her and you said, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So now what's
So
this
this
puppy?
is the last one. This is the crop.
Okay.
So it's not the most painful thing ever. It's just the most painful thing that I brought today.
Okay.
And it's very similar to the paddle. It's just a little smaller, and you can do a little more.
But smaller hurts more because it's more
Exactly.
precise.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Give it a whack.
Oh, I feel
Go ahead.
bad. See,
Come
this
on.
might be a bad talk.
Look at this. It's like I'm in Caddyshack.
I know. Well, also, I feel like a little bit like I'm an old British woman who's like, I'm going to ride my horse.
That's
Yes.
literally what it is.
Oh, it is?
That's
Oh.
literally, it's a riding crop.
All right,
It's from My Fair Lady.
Let it fly.
Okay,
Let's see how
ready,
this one
Chris?
feels. Go ahead.
All right.
Ooh, that one really. Go ahead, give it one more. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, yeah. See that one I clenched, and that's interesting. That one was more interesting because again, it was more pinpointed, and it almost felt like a little like mosquito bite or like bug bite.
Yeah.
And that one kind of hurt more, but I can actually tell that I'm not saying like I'm going to go home and do this tonight, but I can tell how you start getting hit like that. And it starts to just, you know what it is? It gets out like a primal emotion. It's like animalistic.
Yeah.
You know,
And
like.
it's very common for someone to get emotional during or after a BDSM scene, and that's all part of sort of
Emotional.
Yeah.
Like
'cause
cry?
Yes.
Interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you're not only are you experiencing pain, but sometimes you're working through like something that's traumatic for you. Like a lot
Yeah.
of people
It's just-
use like
I'm
trauma as a way to inform a scene that they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and it can release a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you have to have aftercare as well.
Aftercare.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm so lazy, just innately lazy as a human being that I just can't imagine, like, if I'm having sex, afterwards I want to be like, okay, what are we eating? But I get that everyone works differently. I'm so lazy. I can't imagine afterwards being like, now let's talk about it. I
Yeah,
just
well,
couldn't.
aftercare is usually, it's whatever the sub wants it to be. It can be like, feed me. It can be, just hold me. It can be, let's talk about it. Like, everyone wants something
They
different.
bring in my nana and a lasagna is made.
Yeah.
Aftercare.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So what, and then real quick before we go, what if people can't get this stuff, can you use like household items? Like, can you just swap that
You
thing out for a
can.
spatula?
You actually can.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you
Just
go.
Search your home.
I was roommates once with a couple, and they told me the day one when I moved in that I would hear them having like loud, crazy sex all the time. And then I actually wound up having sex with the woman a year later. But she broke up with her boyfriend, and so because I was just home still in that apartment, and she was like, we broke up, blah blah blah. And then she knocked on my door in the middle of the night. She was like, I really need to fuck. Like, do you want to do it? I was like, okay. Yeah. But she told me in the kitchen, she was like, just so you know, these items, like, you have full access to the kitchen, but these items specifically right here are not used for cooking.
Well, then don't have them in the kitchen.
But we had
Yeah,
such a small
right?
apartment, so
it in
that's
the nightstand.
this is our only
What kind
place.
of
So I
animal?
was told, like, be very like, do not use that egg beater. It has HPV.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Well, on that note, look, this has been really educational. I think we learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Chris, how do you feel? Do you feel more empowered?
I
by
do
this?
feel more empowered. And to be honest with you, you know what's crazy? You know what's honestly crazy about this feeling? And I don't know that I'm able to articulate it the right way. Even though I just had Matteo, whipping me with this BDSM stuff, I feel straighter. Isn't that weird? I feel like more like a straight man.
You sound like a gay man who just did like an 8-week treatment of like quote unquote
Yeah.
recovery, and you came out and you're like,
Therapy.
I'm no longer gay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm literally making a fucking beeline to hit the saunas in Chelsea right now. I
I heard about your story the other day.
I know.
That's why I've never been in a sauna.
Dude, I got sexually assaulted in the steam room in London. Check it out.
Hello, so you want to show me your penis?
Yeah. Is that your little tallywhacker?
You're
willing. But yeah, so I really appreciate you coming on. And again, if you don't have these BDSM items or you don't want to do it, then
You can just go to Home Goods.
I was gonna say, go
Totally.
check out your local Home Goods, your local Macy's, and go get your freak on.
Tell us where people can find you online.
Yes, so intimacywithleandra.com and Instagram at intimacywithleandra.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chris, tell us anything. You were going on tour.
ChristyComedy.com. I have a couple of dates, only 3 dates in the summer. I'm co-headlining with Sam Morrill and Nimesh Patel. We're going to be in Hammond, Indiana. We're going to be in Minnesota and Ontario, and I will bring my new tools.
And I'm on tour for the Can't Stop Talking tour, so go to MatteoLaneComedy.com. Ohio, please get it together. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I am on tour for the Can't Stop Talking Tour with all new material, and I am going to be in Provincetown, Massachusetts, August 30th and 31st. Fort Lauderdale, so the Miami area, September 21st. We just added a show, so same night. Atlanta, Georgia, September 22nd. Cincinnati, Ohio, September 27th. And Cleveland, Ohio, September 28th. Pittsburgh, we will see you October 6th. And Milwaukee, October 10th. For all tickets, go to MatteoLaneComedy.com.
There you go. And I'll be on the road. Go to chrisdcomedy.com. I'm co-headlining with Nimesh Patel and Sam Morrill August 10th in Prior Lake, Minnesota, and September 13th in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And I will be announcing a bunch of new dates for the fall. So just keep checking back at chrisdcomedy.com. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Please follow us at Teach Me Daddy Pod on Instagram and Teach Me Daddy Podcast on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Right?
Yeah.
You look good today.
Thank you.